Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. We're taking the EZA LR Strength Super Vegito into Shadow Dragon Omega. I've been enjoying myself using the Boo unit so much that I kind of forgot about these two. So I'm finally going to actually try them out. And we're going to try them in, as I said, against Shadow Dragon Omega, who maybe at some point soon might not even really be the testing ground for new units and new EZAs. I mean, I haven't actually decided myself if I'm going to keep taking units into Shadow Dragon Omega, just because by the time the Majin Buu Saga Red Zone is finished, that will probably be the new place, just because it's the new, what is most likely going to be the new place for like one of the most difficult content in the game, especially with some of the stats I've recently seen for Stage 1, but definitely Stage 2 against Super Buu, and because it's the new big event. That's just generally what happens. So maybe at one point, might actually not take units into Shadow Dragon Omega anymore. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how the final stage of the Majin Buu Saga Red Zone is, whether it's quite short, quite long, or like an in-between. And if Shadow Dragon Omega offers something different, then I'll definitely keep taking units in here as like a kind of a pre-tester. But we'll see. We will see. Yeah, finally getting round to trying these two in some actual difficult content. And what I'm looking forward to the most is just for the fact that we can stack for quite a while in Shadow Dragon Omega. Just with it being on the longer side. You can't dodge here, but that's fine. But yeah, just the fact we actually kind of have some free reign to dodge here for a lot longer than, say, what Zamasu's going to end up being. I'm very much looking forward to where we can actually get Goku and Vegeta up to, but one thing we also do need to do is we do need to get our HP down to, what, 70%? I think it is. 77%. So we can get that Super Vegito transformation. That's something I definitely want to get, even though we can stack for as long as we're in here for, which is quite likely to be like a longer time. I still want to get Super Vegito out because that's the meat portion of the unit. It's the part you want. So hopefully we can do that. But right now we're mainly just utilizing them stacking, which we can do for quite a while here, which I'm fully ready to do. 30% damage reduction. Then the additional 20% damage reduction we're going to be getting as long as we have 50% or more HP, which we want to be doing anyway, again, so we can get the Super Vegito transformation. Right now, though, our HP is a little on the lower side. Not at 50%, it's actually higher than that. But not where we need it to be. Actually, no, it is where we need it to be, because it's 77% or less to get Super Vegito out. As long as we can kind of maintain our HP around this point, we can keep our extra 20% chance, not 20% chance. I mean, there is a 20% chance to crit from that, but the extra 20% damage reduction, along with keeping our HP around the mark to get the active skill off. Of course, next phase, we're going to get the AoEs as well. So we're going to have to cover for them. Do you know what? 300k defense. 300k defense with 50% damage reduction. Would they be okay to go in slot 1? Also, the annoying part is if we get supered, they're stunned, which means we miss out on a stack, which is really jarring. You know, because we're going to do enough damage to carry over, I'm going to pop a Whis, slide these two into slot 1, let them start building up, and then at least that way, if there is a super attack in slot 1, we've kind of covered it. But also Goku and Vegeta will get another stack off. There is a super. That's fine. So we won't start building them up. And we've actually lost a ton of HP. Which now we've missed out on the 20% damage reduction. So we definitely need to recoup that. But at least one good thing. We're definitely going to get Super Vegito out at this point. Which is literally starting from the 4th time. But I'll take a few extra stacks with Goku and Vegeta before then. I mean, considering they only do raise their defense by 30%, I'll definitely take as many super attacks as we possibly can until we get Super Vegito out. But then there is Birdcoo's revival. We do have that in our back pocket if we need be. But at least the Whis is going to carry over into... Are you serious? I thought we were going to do enough damage to have that going into the second phase. And we're also going to waste VB's dodge. We could have used this against the AoEs. I genuinely thought we would have done enough damage. That is actually a pain. That is a massive pain. Oh, it is what it is. It is what it is. What can you do? What can you do? I genuinely thought we would have done enough damage between Goku, Vegeta, and Birdcoo. Clearly, I was wrong. It's alright, we keep moving. We keep moving. The only thing we're missing out on is 20% damage reduction, which, to be fair, is actually quite important. But if we really wanted to, Vegito could come out now. So at least there is that. Do you know what? Let's proc this. I'm just gonna use it to use it. I know we haven't like built up anything, but I just, again, let's use it to use it. Why not? Because, you know, this video isn't about them. It's about Goku and Vegeta. It's about Vegito. So I'm not really too bothered about using this early. But at least we get a full heal. And that's what I wanted. That is what I wanted. The full heal. Alright, we have the AoE. Yeah, we should be chilling like this. Have the domain active as well, so we're doing some extra damage. Definitely can't complain about that. I think Birdcoo's going to be the only one to actually take a bit of damage. Yeah, because that initial attack he needs for the defense. But at least he has it now, so the second AoE shouldn't be too bad. But more importantly, we've got the extra 20% damage reduction back on Goku and Vegeta. The annoying thing is, we're not at 77% HP or less to get Super Vegito out. That can come in due time. That can come in due time. Also, having Super Vegito out in the final phase where he's going to have type disadvantage with that damage reduction, and doesn't he have guard once he gets to Super Vegito? Yeah, guard attacks for 3 turns. Having guard, all that damage reduction, along with counters, especially crit counters and the scouter, going to be huge for the final phase. So hopefully we can drop our health down a little bit by then. That's what we want, so we actually do want to take a little bit of damage for that. That'll be perfect for Omega's final phase. If this does a little, that's perfect. Okay, I didn't mean literally, I didn't say a tiny bit, I said a little. You know, maybe like 150, 200k, I would have been okay with that, I'm not gonna lie. That actually would have been great. I mean, we're slowly but surely getting there. We're up to 462k, I reckon they'll be fine. And then as long as VB... Actually, even if VB doesn't dodge the AoE, in this case, it's actually not a bad thing. We actually need the damage to come a little bit. These two haven't even built up yet, so I need them to super attack. I need them to tank a little bit. I need them to be able to tank just a little bit. But I also need to take a bit of damage. So, kind of the best of both worlds. As long as they're not super attacking slot 1, we should be good. I'll take the triple. That's perfect. That works really well for us. I'm always pleasantly surprised about how well the GT Goku and Vegeta actually perform at 55%. Okay, you've recouped all that back. That's fine. Oh, AoE. How are they going to tank it? Easily. Dodge? No, but that helps. That helps. That 300k on an AoE, which usually I would be sitting there being like, why didn't you dodge? You pissed me off. That helps us. We want that. We need that. I desire that. All we have to do now, maintain our HP. Super Vegito is out. Our plan is in motion. It is in motion. 3 super attacks, so 3 stacks. course, normals are doing double digits. I'm not surprised when they have all that damage reduction stacked up to where they stacked up to. What we're on, like 400k beginning of the turn, so we're easy at like 5 to 6 right now. Especially with that guard for 3 turns that we can get. Okay, now this is getting popped. I can't remember which Vegeta and Trunks appeared on the first rotation. I can't remember if it was mine or the friends. I'll pop yours. But now we need to maintain our HP. So lucky enough, all the attacks are down the back end, which usually really just doesn't happen. I'm going to leave mine. I can't stack with mine. Really annoying. But then the group attack is there, so I'm actually going to let mine... At least mine gets the super attack first. So at least they do actually get some extra attack and defense this turn, even though it's not going to be too much, and there's no permanent stack. At least they actually get a bit extra. I think we're good. I mean, the super attack can only hit the friend Vegeta and Trunks, who now I'm adamant appeared first before mine, or future Gohan with a Whis active. The AoE should be all the AoEs, because I always forget there's multiple. Just because I'm so used to like Fusion's Marsu, I always forget Omega has multiple AoEs. Because he's a scumbag. But my Vegeta and Trunks should be fine with AoE. At least I'm certain they should be fine with the AoEs. Okay, cool. This shouldn't be too bad, should it? We don't have the entrance animation anymore, but we have a Whis, so we should be... Yeah, cool. 14k on the friend, so this is going to be... Oh, no, we are good. We are good. Maybe mine appeared. Mine must have appeared first, then. Oh, actually, no, I know what it is, because these guys haven't actually super attacked yet. That's what it was. Because the friend Vegeta and Trunks had more ki, so they've had to have appeared first. It's because they're in supered. But we're guaranteed Vegito coming out. That's exactly what we want. But of course, an event like this, which is always on the longer side, it's going to help units out that stack a lot. It's always going to be the case. It's the same when Tech Ultimate Gohan drops next week with his EZA. It helps Goku and Vegeta out a ton, because considering they're only getting 30% defense on Super, and they stack even though it's both on 12 and 18 ki. So it kind of balances it out if it was, say, like 50. And especially with all the built-in additionals and the potential system kicking in, it lets them stack up as much as possible, while also being in the environment to do so. It's the same with Buhan when we use him here as well. We're up to 538k defense. Let's get Super Vegito out. Don't forget the Whis is still active as well. There's a super attack in slot 1. That good old 10-turn scouter. So 731k defense. We have 3 turns of guard right now. We also have 30% damage reduction and an extra 30% damage reduction as long as we're getting hit by normals, which we are getting hit with a ton of normals, which is why I've put him in slot 1. We're also going to get a Dokkan attack with him as well. I'm not going to complain about that. And we have a Whis active. So, I mean, we weren't going to take any damage anyway, realistically, from all of these normals. But, I mean, the Whis is there for everyone else. Well, actually, it was there from the previous turn, but it helps everyone else. Vegito really just doesn't need it. Also, that full heal, fantastic. Helps conserve items in difficult content. Hold all the damage, bruh. Hold all the damage on the crit counters. What's nice is about the counters is getting that extra 20% chance to crit with each attack performed. This is counting towards that. So each counter this man does is giving himself more crit counters. This is building up his crit chance. And because there's so many counters for him to do, he's basically got guaranteed crit at this point. Which means the amount of total damage Vegito can do, and he hasn't even supered yet, is dumb. And then if we get an additional super, dumb. Because we've built up all of our crit chances on the counters, it means the super attack's going to crit as well. And it's a Dokkan attack. Hold the 15 mil crit, and we got an additional. Oh, Super Vegito is back, man. He is back to terrorize Dokkan. Look how much damage we've done in one turn. Do you do that? The Whis is active as well. Do you do that? It's not going to do niche. EZA. Crit counter, boot to the face. Vegito's about to literally do it all himself. Literally, if there was one more attack, Vegito would have done the entirety of a Mega there himself. Actually, it wouldn't have been the entirety. There was one time before. But he almost completely just evaporated a Mega's health bar by himself. Now, the funny thing is, Fusion Zamasu's a hell of a lot shorter than that. But if you can get the Super Vegito transformation, there's one important thing that Zamasu is against Super Vegito, or just this unit in general. They have type advantage. Now imagine hitting Zamasu with all that damage with type advantage. His health bar is gone. Honestly, this EZA is dumb. How strong Super Vegito is. He's back terrorizing Dokkan. Just in general, all the units and EZAs we've gotten and are getting from this celebration are stupid. We have two of the best TURs in the entire game right now in SSJ3 Angel Goku and Fat Buu. Margin Power and Margin Saga, or Margin Buu Saga, had massive revivals because of this celebration. There's still more to come. Part 2 LR, as I said, I really hope is Kid Buu to tie Margin Power together as much as I would love an Ultimate Gohan. Tech Ultimate Gohan is coming back to the game. One of the best aging units we've ever had, if not the best, is back in Dokkan, and he looks stupid. Exchange Buu is literally currently the best EZA in the game, but is immediately going to get displaced a week later. That's how good he is. Getting Vegito and Buuhan early, amazing for Global because of how good they are. This celebration probably is the best Golden Week we've ever gotten. But Super Vegito is back, man, and he is terrorizing enemies in the game. Watch when the Margin Buu Saga event is finished, or the Margin Buu Saga Red Zone is finished, and Vegito's just going to clear house on that. Scouter, free turn guard, damage reduction, crit counters, all the damage. Hold his dick. It's as simple as that. But let me know what you think down in the comments, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, have a good rest of your day, and peace.